So we'll click on our new plan. And you can see here, if you do want to start with that kind of net new and that greenfield deployment, you can start with the basic grid and truly customize it from the get-go. Or again, you can see a couple of really kind of basic templates that we would put in place. Employee onboarding is a great one. Project management, I think, is the best one to maybe focus in here a little bit. But you'll see here a lot of flexibility through the application. So we'll select our project management. Tells us a little bit about that. And just like every other Microsoft application, take advantage of some of these templates. We'll maybe call this Project Excellence for Excellence IT. I can add that to PIN plans, and I can even add that to a group or a portfolio. So some flexibility if you need the projects inside of your projects and kind of sub-projects, if you will. So we'll create the plan here. And we can see it's given us a nice, good starting point for what this looks like. And kind of to orient a little bit what we're looking at, we're currently on the board style page. And so this is going to be what most of you are familiar with kind of a Kanban style board. But we can also take a look at these different tasks between the initiation, the planning, the execution, and kind of after there in the closing by switching it over to a grid view. And so we can see certain things in here. As far as when that should be started, particular individuals that might be assigned to this. Due dates in particular are very interesting just because it will automatically turn red once that due date is passed. Help you get a little bit better, and you can see there are plenty of ways to customize this as far as where that progress is. So we can get this updated from a started, not started, or I just checked in with this team member and they're working on assigning the responsibilities there. And of course, priority is always in there. We've got the low, medium, high, and then the urgent kind of shout from the rooftops, take action now type things. And we can update those appropriately, as well as a kind of further level of and kind of customization with labels and colors, and even a little bit of these quick looks. And just showing you a few of the other templates and maybe what they look like. Did a little bit with this Project Falcon. And again, you can see it can come into there, similar to the one we just built. We've got just a couple of different things in there. This is kind of the simple plan template based off of the one there. And there's a great example of what it would look like to assign myself to the customized buckets. And it looks like I'm actually one day overdue with completing the customization of the buckets. And so I need to get in here, update my team members, and maybe if I'm managing this project, let Tom know that, hey, this is important. We need this done as soon as possible. There are also great ways to take a look at the schedule, and so we can look at a calendar view of this, very flexible to take a look at this over time. If we have any kind of backlog or up next tasks, again, everybody has a little bit different way that we approach kind of time and how we plan things. This calendar view has been very useful for me to get working with. And last but not least is our kind of charts as well. And again, kind of a limited plan that I've put together for my simple plan. But again, some of you are very analytical and numbers based. And so being able to take a look at total number of tasks, executions, how many things are urgent, reminder if everything's urgent, then nothing is. And so to use those appropriately. And again, traditional ways for Microsoft to add and share this to either a single individual or a whole team. And so I can potentially, as a business leader, create the plan, design the basic architecture, and share it with my entire finance team in a single group, rather than add 10 or 15 names manually, the kind of traditional way that we've done there. Just the last one here as we keep on time is to maybe take a look at a new employee onboarding. Potentially your business is involved in maybe seasonal workers, apprentices and things like that, and you kind of have that revolving door of folks coming in and out of the business. That process can be a little bit of a headache from time to time for your HR teams. Certainly some of you know exactly what I'm talking about. This is a great way to standardize that approach. You can come into here and you can clone certain projects if you would need to, and so we can templatize this out and get that going and customize for your business. But again, just giving you a little bit of a look at what this looks like, as opposed to, again, maybe a third-party tool that might have maybe one or two more bells and whistles that you're looking at, but certainly extra costs associated with it, and or potentially security risks and PII involved outside of that Microsoft system. Have to take that extra consideration when looking at those kind of things. And again, that is Microsoft Planner. And just a heads up as a note, that is different than Power Planner. And so if you are doing a little bit of research, either right now on a second screen or maybe after this webinar, Power Planner is kind of a third-party different entity. This is just simply Planner within Microsoft.